What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to a brand new episode of The Drop, the weekly show that lets you know what games are coming out across the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the Switch, the PC, whatever they might be coming out on. We will cover them all right here. This week's headliner is Super Mario Maker 2, and there are some other games worth talking about, so without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. To kick things off, we have our headliner Super Mario Maker 2 coming out on the Nintendo Switch. Mario fans of the world unite. Now you can play, create, and share the side-scrolling Super Mario courses of your dreams in Super Mario Maker 2, available exclusively on the Nintendo Switch system. Dive into the single-player story mode and play built-in courses to rebuild Princess Peach's castle. Make your own courses, alone or together, and with a Nintendo Switch Online membership, share your courses, access a near-endless supply made by others, enjoy online multiplayer, and more. Super Mario Maker 2 is a new side-scrolling Mario adventure that unleashes the creative potential of Super Mario Maker 2 in story mode, which contains over 100 built-in courses, and in Course Maker, a wide range of parts, tools, and more are available so you can construct your own courses. Want coin shooting cannons? Bowser riding a giant Goomba? Cat Mario sliding down slopes to take out an army of baddies? Go for it, you call the shots. Pass a Joy-Con controller to a partner to build cooperatively on a single system as well. Power up the fun even further with a Nintendo Switch Online membership, which gives you access to Course World and its wealth of online content and functionality. Track your rankings, share your creations, and leave comments after you've played courses. With a Nintendo Switch Online membership, you can also tackle Endless Challenge, save online courses locally for later offline play, enjoy online multiplayer with players both near and far, and customize how you appear to others by dressing your Mii character with fun accessories. So of course, the original Super Mario Maker was a huge success, and whenever I saw that there was a sequel coming out, the first thing that comes to mind is how do you improve on a game that already did so much? And I suppose that's by adding a wealth of new features and of course a dedicated story mode, which I didn't think was possible with Super Mario Maker, but lo and behold, you're rebuilding Princess Peach's castle, which is actually a genius idea. The biggest draw for me for Super Mario Maker 2 is the fact that it literally never ends. It's the never-ending gobstopper of video games, because essentially people around the world are creating courses 24/7, uploading them online for you to enjoy. So you literally just have an endless Mario game. On top of that is story mode, on top of that you can make things. There's a lot of value packed into this one little game. So if you do want to pick up Super Mario Maker 2, it's coming out this week exclusively on the Nintendo Switch. Next up, we have The Sinking City coming out on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the PC. The Sinking City is an adventure and investigation game set in an open world inspired by the universe of H.P. Lovecraft, the master of horror. The half-submerged city of Oakmont is gripped by supernatural forces. You are a private investigator, and you have to uncover the truth of what has possessed the city and the minds of its inhabitants. Now, some bullet points. An oppressive atmosphere and story inspired by the universe of H.P. Lovecraft, a vast open world that can be explored on foot, by a boat, in a diving suit, and more. High replay value thanks to an open investigation system. Each case can be solved in a number of ways, with different possible endings depending on your actions. And of course, you have an arsenal of weapons from the 1920s with which to take on nightmarish creatures. Manage your mental health to untangle the truth behind the madness. If you go to the YouTube video, the comments section already points this out, but this is a very similar game, in my opinion, to Call of Cthulhu, which wasn't well received, but it wasn't necessarily horrible either. If you are a fan of the detective-style game, where you are kind of wandering around in this giant open-world horror adventure, then you are going to be enjoying The Sinking City. Of course, I'm not sure about the combat mechanics, because that can be a hit or a miss whenever the game is primarily focusing on the investigation side of things, but at the same time, an interesting game nonetheless, with a very, very cool setting. So if you are in the market for an adventure and investigation game inspired by the world of H.P. Lovecraft, which is admittedly a very niche little specific genre, then you might want to pick up The Sinking City, which comes out this week on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC. Next up, we've got Samurai Showdown coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. After nearly 10 years out of the spotlight, Samurai Showdown is back with a vengeance. Developed by the team behind the critically acclaimed King of Fighters 14, 13 beloved fighters return, along with 3 new to do battle on this legendary stage. The same tense, high-damage single-strike battles are back that the series is known for, but a new cinematic art style and updated fighting mechanics bring each battle to life in a variety of online and offline modes. take on the top players in the world through a revolutionary AI system that learns player patterns and creates ghost clones for you to take on in head-to-head battles. So Samurai Showdown, the return of a fighting game that I had never actually heard of. I was doing some research on the game, trying to figure out what exactly was what within Samurai Showdown, and I must say I'm very impressed with this specific entry's new cinematic art style, because it very much so is a cel-shaded Okami-esque kind of vibe, and I'm very much so digging it because it does fit with the overall style of the game itself. Samurai Showdown's main mechanic, the fact that it is a high damage fighter, is of course very much so apparent in this specific game. It's not going to be like Street Fighter V where you can take hundreds of punches. No, you should avoid punches at all costs, which I think adds a specific element that a lot of fighting games miss out today. So if you do want to check out the return of Samurai Showdown, it's coming out this week on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. And to round out today's lineup, we have F1 2019 coming on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC. The official video game of the 2019 FIA Formula One World Championship, F1 2019, challenges you to defeat your rivals in the most ambitious F1 game in Codemasters history. F1 2019 features all of the official teams, drivers, and all 21 circuits from the 2019 season. This year sees the inclusion of F2, with players being able to complete the 2018 season with likes of George Russell, Lando Norris, and Alexander Albon. With greater emphasis on graphical fidelity, the environments have been significantly enhanced and the tracks come to life like never before. Night races have been completely overhauled, creating vastly improved levels of realism, and the upgraded F1 broadcast sound and visuals add further realism to all aspects of the race weekend. The official video game of the 2019 Formula One World Championship allows you to rise up against your rivals. F1 2019 looks to take the foundation laid down by the games that have come previously and put a fresh coat of paint on it, which is pretty much what I've come to expect from the F1 games. Of course, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because for those that are hardcore simulator fans, this is definitely a go-to for many people, and so to simply have a better looking, higher level of graphical fidelity is something many people are going to be going out and looking for in their F1 2019 entry. So if you do want to check out the game, it's coming out this week on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC. And to round out today's show, we have some really good honorable mentions. First off, Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden is coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Switch after spending a stint on Steam. Graveyard Keeper is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Car Mechanic Simulator is coming out on PS4 and Xbox One. And of course, if you are looking for a good deal, new PlayStation hits have been added to the lineup. You now have, for $20 a piece permanently, God of War 3 Remastered, Friday the 13th the game, Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, Neo, and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. But that rounds out today's episode of The Drop. Of course, if you enjoyed today's show, drop me a like down below, and in the comments section, let me know what games caught your eye, if anything did stand out to you, or if you are going to be picking up any of those honorable mentions. Of course, the PlayStation hits line up a very beefy catalog of some of the best stuff to come out this gen. But until next time, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the week. I will talk to you soon, and peace.